Seal Falchion steady stance 4? Is this for real? This refine is fun. Yeah, Seal Falchion is really good, but steady stance 4.
That is strange.
I think this
That's
is
also a dead Surtur.
This is well, yeah. So, by the way, I don't think you guys should use steady stance 4. The extra 2 defense isn't worth like 6 more attack or something.
Or 6 more speed.
Or 6 more anything, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's why I'm like thinking of just merging with my starters. Originally, when Steady Stance launched, was just like, oh, it's such a great skill. But then we never knew they were gonna put out like, you know, dual versions of it. So yeah, I think I'll just merge my starters up. Anyways, with that said, Speed Defense Link 3, Attack Smoke, and Steady Stance 2. This is just a tank Lucina because Seal Falchion triggering, in its entirety, you would just get 10 extra defense, right? 8, 4. It's a 50 defense Lucina with Speed Defense Link could add a possible another 6. Yeah, that's weird, but it works. And her attack also goes up by 5, another 4. So you've relegated her to a defensive role, but she can definitely just kill stuff with her high defense and high attack. That's weird, but it's interesting. I don't think this is a serious build because there's no, I don't know. I don't think this would be like the serious build because Seal Falchion should be used on both phases. It's not a weapon stuck on either phase, so I would personally say dual phase Lucina is the best. Okay, you're pretty serious about dual phase Lucina is the best, but this is a very interesting take on it. You know what? This is probably better because with Speed Defense Link and Sealed Falchion, she actually has enough speed to double back, right? Sealed Falchion, and after she's enabled, she gets another 10 speed. And with this, she gets to up to 55 speed. So yeah, it actually works really well because her sword's stupidly. All right. Whoa! I didn't expect. The only thing that I am faulting you entirely against is this. In what world do you think you need Lancebreaker for, dude? Come on. All right, this is legitimately a tank Silas. This is the only thing the Lancebreaker is weird. Yeah, that crash?
Dimitri, Hector. It can work.
I mean, I've said this a lot of times. I think if you're doubling down too much on trying to counter one unit, you'll just lose to other things. Because on everything else, Silas is hard to kill, but he's not likely to kill you. With one hit, he's only hitting 58, which is not scary. Alright, but I like this because when he's alone, it's 46 res, 48 defense. Flowing Lance adds another 5 and 5 on that, so it is 51 res. That's, yeah, 51 res and 53 defense. So it is legitimately just a tank Silas. His speed is 36 with, I don't know which heroes you have here, so I'm not gonna like calculate it, but you have more stats on top of this as well. So he's just a giant stat ball that also has lull once alone. Fortress Defense Res is an interesting option on him. I would not have done that personally, but yeah, it's really good because he actually makes really good use of the stats. I would just say I'd personally do QR or something, but then QR on a defensive hero is not on a highly mobile defensive hero is not a good idea. So I don't know. That's the only thing I'm against is just your B skill, but I don't really think you got many better options. Anyways, Naga's voice, Tiki, 40 plus 10. 1 flower off from completely being maxed. Rest in peace. That kind of sucks. But alright, whatever. Also, plus attack variant, 52 HP, 55 attack, 29 speed, 52 defense, and 37 res. I don't know, it feels so weird. Like mentally, my brain's telling me Tiki should have gotten like another refine because of young Tiki. Wait. Okay, if we assume Breath of Fog is young Tiki's, then that means adult Tiki still has a refine. So now that Noe got a refine, it should be adult Tiki left. It's either adult Tiki or young Tiki, but one of them still has a refine left. We'll see, I guess. By the way,
Unless it's counted that both get breath of fog.
I don't think they've ever done that before, but I can see it because they're literally the same character. All right. Anyways, Lightning Breath plus defense variant, 52 defense. Wow. Rally up res plus. So Fortress defense res, law attack res, law attack smoke 3, and sturdy stance 2. I would have just done res refine actually. 41 res of Lightning Breath is actually pretty defensible, especially with law attack res taking in 44. I think your defense is high enough because with sturdy stance you'll be in the low 50s. This is actually really, really good. The problem is you don't kill anything. I would actually run QR instead. If you had a way to double, then this would be worthwhile. But because you don't, yeah. Run QR on her, and I think you got something. Soul takes forever to get to, though, but that's all right. She can definitely tank through the physical battles pretty easily. Yeah, that's the only thing I have against this build is just it's a really good tank, but doesn't get the kill. I guess for Ether Raids purposes, QR is not as important because a lot of times people don't attack into QR units anyways. So if you run Sturdy Stance, it's probably, I guess. I guess Sturdy Stance is probably better. I don't know. It's a question mark. Sometimes with QR, people are scared to attack you. So if they can take a hit, they might just go for you. But yeah, I would personally use QR, but it's up to you. It's a really good legendary. Wait, I'll take you wait for adult Tiki. Yeah, it's a really good adult Tiki. It's just missing QR. Law attack res is actually really, really good on her. When she attacks with this combination, though, she has 4+3, 62 attack. Pretty respectable. Now, if she, in fact, is going to get a refine, her breath refine, after Noe's refine being as good as it is, I expect a really good game. 40 plus 10 plus 10. This is actually a really Camilla. 45 speed. By the way, rest in peace, Camilla. Camilla's axe is no longer as good as Seth. Actually, Seth's just a better Camilla. It's a weird thing to say. But Seth's just a better Camilla. Is he actually a better sibling? I don't know. I think he's too much of a goofball. Anyways, reposition Iceberg, Fury Force, Savage Attack, Attack Speed Rain, Flower Formation.
733,078,350. I have committed several war crimes. My trial at Nuremberg is tomorrow.
What?
Wish me luck, guys.
Thanks, full sandwiches. What the heck? All right.
I don't know.
What did you do? Okay, Camilla's axe is actually pretty good though. If you run her in the right team, right, Cav and flying allies, she'll get attack speed +4. So that gets her 60 attack, 49 speed, and with the attack speed rain, it now gets to 53 speed. Wow, this is actually gonna fix her most of her issues. She now has the attack and speed, and her defense and res is actually respectable at 42 defense effectively and 45 res effectively. This is actually really good. If you can get with Flower Formation, Cavalry, Flying Out. Yeah, with Flower Formation, you stick close. Nice. Actually, I like this build a lot. The only thing I would say is Sabotage Attack works really, really well, and she has the stats for it. But if you run Desperation, she's a lot more scary. Because Camilla... Yeah?
Well, going back to sandwiches, you'll understand once you see it.
Oh, you check this hero? Okay.
Yeah. Sorry for interrupting, though.
No problem. I'll just say Desperation. If she's a partial fighter, then fine. Sabotage Attack. If she only is expected to fight one battle, Sabotage Attack is perfectly fine. But if it's more than one battle and with a build this pristine, I would probably run Desperation personally. But yeah, if it's Ether Raid's defense, actually Ether Raid's offense or defense, I guess Sabotage Attack makes more sense. But yeah, it's a good build. It's crazy high commitment, dude. For Camilla, but if you want to make her good, I guess this is what you gotta do. She's one of the heroes I think needs a double refine, because again, Seth just replaces her. If you want to make sure, I mean, we have a Self expert in the house today, or actually no, we don't. If you want to make sure Self never dies from range attacks, I guess this is it. But I would not do this.
I'm so disappointed by that build.
I would not do this because what's the point? The problem, like, you know, what's the point? Because he can't counterattack. He needs this encounter, which he had before. With this defense 3, it's 8 plus 6, and this heals you in between, and attack defense -6 on your opponent. With the law attack defense, I don't even want to bother calculating, but you're like in the 50s if not 60s of defense and res. It's crazy. Okay, final calculate.
The fact that you're not countering anybody at range.
Yeah, kind of defeats the purpose because you're not it's like, yeah, sure, you can take all the hits at range, but it doesn't matter. Because he's... And even if he can counterattack, one shot does not get you the kill. I guess at 66, 72. There's a chance of it. 75. I guess there's a chance of it if he could counterattack. But up close, same problem. If they hit him, he probably doesn't kill in one shot. 75 is pretty good, though, but it probably doesn't happen. Why don't you just run distant counter on him? You lose 8 defense, you lose 8 res, they lose their... they can now buff themselves, but that's not such a big deal. Just run distant counter. I think you got something... Okay. If you run distant counter by itself, I think he has a good chance of one-shotting mages. So I believe in it if you do that. I'll say that.
Distant counter is in his base kit.
Yeah, it is. That's the thing I find so weird. Why'd you bother with this defense for? You should go plus res because you want to use... You want to give her the debuff dagger from air. And that's usually where she goes. So yeah, plus res is usually the best idea. But in a cleaner build, you would probably want to go for plus speed. She does no damage, but if your opponent's buffed up, the cleaner makes them really scary. So Dance, Iceberg, Speed, Respawn, Wings of Mercy. So Speed, Respawn, Wings of Mercy, drop in is not bad. Spur Attack, Res, and Torrent Dance 3. It's interesting. It is really budget. But if you just inherit Air's weapon, I think that's perfect. I wouldn't even bother using Tethys attack. It's too specific, I would say, of a situation where Tethys makes sense. Yeah, where Tethys makes sense in terms of using her as the cleaner sweeper, because her attack still is very low. If they're fully buffed up, the cleaner starts doing damage, but at 40 attack, they could probably handle it. So personally, I wouldn't bother with that. I would just go for Air's dagger, and then I would be done with it. Instead of spur attack res, I would I mean, Wings of Mercy in would make it really good, but I would still use drives because they're easier to activate. Spurs are really cool in concept, but sometimes they don't work enough times for it to be worthwhile. Yeah, this is not a way. I don't like that. Okay, you are almost really good here. Wait, Young Marth speed tank build? I thought you would go for plus speed in that case, but no. Here's the thing. I would just say don't bother with Noontime. Noontime can take you out of advantage, and then you can find yourself in dangerous positions. But personally, I would never remove it. I mean, I would never remove Hero's Blood because Hero's Blood's what makes Marth really special. Everything else, the double effectiveness is nice, but there's another hero that uses Rapier. The Noontime just messes it kind of up. So, personally speaking, please go back to Hero's Blood. Hero's Blood Spurn is very, very dangerous. So, yeah, in terms of that, Speed Res solo fixes everything. He has now 36 defense, 36 res, and with Spurn on top of that, yeah, he's very, very hard to kill. Joint Hone attack is fine, but I would say, I don't know, if you expect to get hit by Spurn, then I would just use Attack Smoke and use somebody else to buff him for attack. But for scoring reasons, of course, Joint Hone attack is perfectly good. But yeah, it's up to you personally, though. I use Special Spiral. I'm of the opinion that you should never even... I'm of the opinion that you just, one-shot your opponents. Don't even worry about getting hit. That's my opinion with Marth. So you are perfectly set up with it because you have plus 10, 51 HP, 41 attack, 28 speed, 44 defense, 41 res. Chat, we don't see enough Henrys. Henry's actually super underrated. Wait, Legion, are you still here? Rip, he's not here. Okay, but if you guys don't know, Corvus Tome is actually amazing. Weapon triangle advantage against colorless foes. Inflicts weapon triangle disadvantage on colorless foes during combat. Nice, nice, nice. At start combat, if foes attack is over units attacked by 3, easy. Inflicts attack res -6 on them and foe during combat, and special cooldown charge -1 on foe per attack. Henry's actually underrated. Not enough people use him. He's actually really, really good. He's a colorless hero killer with high bulk, and then he just relies on his specials for the kill. So essentially, all you gotta do is give him QR, give him Bonfire, and yeah. So they attack, he attacks, they attack, and he just bonfires us and kills them. It's that simple. 22 attack Bonfire with a -6 res on them, and with a low attack res, he's actually pretty scary. He's a hard hero to kill, and he was one of the heroes that we said will be a really good Brahmin counter, but honestly, nobody just used him. Underrated hero, very, very good. If you can afford to do this and commit to him, which by the way, there are 5 more flowers missing, would be nice. He's actually super special, right? Because if you run Lull Attack Res and Corvus Tome, you have Lull and Guard. and with QR as well, you don't need any other skills on him. It's a very, very good setup for him. Pulse Smoke even to get rid of specials as well. So yeah, you can suddenly find it very difficult to kill Henry because once Chorus Tome activates, it's 50 defense and 50 defense, 53 effectively, and that's 47 res, 49 effectively. Yeah, it just becomes very difficult to kill him. Very good hero. Very, very good, just no one uses him because he's a weirdo. I'm also guilty of that because I don't use him either, but I should. He's good. I got nothing for you because that's just a very good Henry. Pulse Smoke is really good. If you couldn't afford it, I would just say Attack Smoke, but Pulse Smoke is perfect. And you have Attack Smoke. So yeah. 3 Azura, which by the way, I still can't believe it. I think there's only like 5 heroes left from Gen 1 that still doesn't have a Refine. Azura is among them. I think all the dancers don't have a Refine, but Azura is the most important one to not have a Refine, especially because she got a Resplendent. It's weird that she does not have a Refine. I don't get it. Please give her a Refine, IS. Anyways, 40 plus 2 plus 3, 45 HP, 45 attack, 37 speed, 27 defense, 40 res. Vanguard fixes her defense up. Steady Posture fixes her speed and defense up. Lull speed defense. Wow, okay, so that's 6 plus 3, 46 speed. Very hard to double her, which makes it very hard for you to kill her. You cannot get your specials up on her. And with extra defense as well, her actual defense is looking 6 plus 7, 13, 40 defense, 40 res. And with infantry fortress res, I actually really like this. It's a Azura that doesn't... Wait a second. Are you trolling me? No way. Come on. Why would you use... Just use Iceberg, man. That's the one goofy part that you're doing. Oh, she hasn't... Okay, the Dragon Fang just makes no sense to me. I usually check skills, but thanks for reminding me. Okay, there you go. Rupture Sky is way better. If she doubles back, her attack being as low as it is, this is better guaranteed damage, which gives her a chance of killing. Iceberg, yeah. Or Iceberg. Generally speaking, I do Fury 4 on my Azura, Fury 3 on my Azura. Fury Wings of Mercy is what I run on almost all dancers. It's a cheap, super effective, and efficient kit because it gives you attack, defense, speed, and res, everything, all the stats you generally need to keep them alive. But yeah, so Steady Posture is even better. If you plan to never attack with her, this is a better kit. But if you plan on using her as a dual phase hero, I would actually switch to Fury 4 with lull speed defense. Because with Fury 4, lull speed defense, Vanguard, refined for speed, she can take one hit and not die, but she's also fast enough to get through one combat. And get a kill. So as in a pinch, she is your red counter. So that's something that you can do. I really like that you're using Infantry Rush. Not enough people use this. This is actually an incredibly good skill. Yeah. If you do switch to Fury lull speed defense with Vanguard speed, you can even consider attack defense solo. I know it's kind of weird, but if Azura is to attack somebody, she's moving away from allies. So attack defense solo could work very well. It also gives you attack and defense, which you really need. Or you could try Death Blow if you really want, because I don't think she should be used defensive. Well, she could be used defensively. That's actually the most ideal way of using Dancer, if they were to fight. So if that were the case. You can also try using... Fortress Res isn't necessary. In auto battles, having lower attack is better, so... Fortress Res would make more sense in those situations, but if you're just going to use her generally and defensively as that, just use, like, Mirror Stance, right? That's 4 res instead of 5, but she gets 4 more attack, and by not losing 3, it's actually adds 7 attack. So I would use Steady Posture with Mirror Stance if I were you. Having actual res is nice and all, but unless you're going to utilize it, Dragon Fang doesn't. Once you go to Iceberg, then I can see it, but then again, if you're going to use her mostly defensively in a build like this, go for Bonfire in that case.